Chronic inflammation is a silent yet deadly process that lies at the heart of many diseases that affect people over 60. Unlike acute inflammation, your body's short-term, healthy response to injury or infection, chronic inflammation is persistent and harmful, quietly damaging tissues and organs over months or years. It's often referred to as inflammation because it accelerates aging at the cellular level and increases susceptibility to a wide range of conditions, including Alzheimer's disease, cardiovascular problems, arthritis, type 2 diabetes, and even cancer. After the age of 60, the immune system becomes less efficient and more prone to overreaction. Inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein, CRP, and interleukin-6, IL-6, tend to increase. This means the body is in a constant, low-grade inflammatory state, even in the absence of infection or injury. Over time, this damages blood vessels, interferes with insulin signaling, and degrades brain tissue, which may explain why memory loss, poor circulation, and cancer rates rise with age. The problem is that most people don't realize this kind of inflammation is occurring. It doesn't cause pain or obvious symptoms until the damage is advanced. For instance, plaque builds silently in arteries, neurons deteriorate slowly, and cells begin to mutate, all driven or accelerated by this hidden inflammation. Even joint stiffness, fatigue, and brain fog can be early signs of an inflamed body. Major contributor to this chronic inflammation is lifestyle. Poor diet, especially processed foods, sugars, and seed oils, lack of movement, chronic stress, poor sleep, and environmental toxins. These factors trigger your immune system repeatedly, leading to constant inflammatory responses. What's powerful and hopeful is that chronic inflammation is highly preventable and even reversible. That's where the one daily habit recommended in this speech comes in. Whether it's daily deep breathing, mindful walking, or hydration combined with stretching, the key is consistent activation of the body's natural anti-inflammatory mechanisms. These practices reduce cortisol, stress hormone, improve oxygenation, promote lymphatic drainage, and regulate immune function, each of which helps lower inflammation. By understanding chronic inflammation as the common denominator of disease after 60, we can shift from reactive treatment to proactive prevention. Addressing this root cause doesn't just reduce symptoms, it improves overall vitality, energy, and longevity. In fact, many centenarians share low inflammation levels as a biological trait, even if they have minor health issues. In summary, controlling chronic inflammation through one simple, daily practice could mean fewer medications, fewer hospital visits, and a longer, sharper life. It's not about curing one disease, it's about preventing most of them before they start. One of the most overlooked yet powerful health tools for individuals over 60 is deep, mindful breathing, a simple daily habit that dramatically improves brain function, cardiovascular health, and overall cellular performance. While it may sound too simple to be effective, deep breathing or mindful oxygenation has been proven by modern science to influence nearly every system in the body, particularly the nervous system, circulatory system, and brain. As we age, our lung capacity naturally decreases, and many people tend to breathe shallow, especially when sitting for long periods or dealing with chronic stress. Shallow breathing deprives the body, especially the brain, of adequate oxygen. Over time, this reduced oxygen supply can contribute to brain fog, memory loss, fatigue, poor decision-making, and even mood disorders like depression and anxiety. Worse still, oxygen-deprived blood affects the endothelium, the inner lining of blood vessels, leading to stiff arteries, high blood pressure, and increased risk of strokes and heart attacks. Deep breathing reverses this process by increasing the intake of oxygen and the expulsion of carbon dioxide. When practiced regularly, it enhances oxygen delivery to brain cells and tissues, which directly improves mental clarity, cognitive resilience, and memory retention. In fact, studies show that seniors who engage in slow, diaphragmatic breathing exercises tend to have better reaction times and verbal memory to areas that usually decline with age. From a vascular perspective, mindful breathing has a major impact on blood pressure and circulation. Deep breathing activates the vagus nerve, which stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, the body's natural rest and repair mode. This helps lower heart rate, dilate blood vessels, and reduce systemic inflammation, all of which contribute to healthier arteries and better blood flow to vital organs. including the brain and kidneys. Furthermore, deep breathing assists in lymphatic circulation, helping the body flush out toxins and cellular waste. This is particularly important for seniors, as the lymphatic system slows down with age, making it harder to detoxify the body naturally. Proper oxygenation also supports mitochondrial function, which boosts energy production at the cellular level and helps combat age-related fatigue. Practicing deep breathing is free, safe, and requires no equipment. A popular technique is the 4-7-8 method. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7 seconds, and exhale for 8 seconds, done for just 5 to 10 minutes daily. Other options include box breathing, alternate nostril breathing, or simply sitting quietly and taking slow, intentional breaths through the nose while focusing on the rise and fall of the abdomen. In summary, daily deep breathing is not just a relaxation technique, it's a vital preventive medicine for brain and vascular health after 60. With regular practice, this habit can improve memory, sharpen focus, lower blood pressure, and protect against the very diseases that steal quality of life in old age. As we age, circulation tends to slow down, becoming less efficient at delivering oxygen and nutrients to organs, muscles, and tissues. Poor circulation is at the root of many age-related issues, including fatigue, brain fog, cold extremities, poor wound healing, varicose veins, and even erectile dysfunction. However, one simple daily habit, whether it's deep breathing, light movement, or a combination, can significantly boost blood flow, improving nutrient and oxygen delivery throughout the body. The circulatory system is responsible for transporting oxygen-rich blood from the lungs and heart to every cell in the body. After 60, this system can become sluggish due to arterial stiffness, plaque buildup, low physical activity, and reduced nitric oxide production. When circulation is impaired, cells don't receive the fuel they need to function, and waste products accumulate more easily. This creates a dangerous environment for chronic disease to develop, especially in the brain, heart, kidneys, and extremities. One of the easiest and most natural ways to enhance circulation is through consistent daily breathing exercises, gentle stretching, or low-impact movement like walking or yoga. These habits stimulate the autonomic nervous system, helping blood vessels relax and dilate. This leads to increased blood flow, which in turn improves oxygen delivery and supports the removal of toxins and carbon dioxide. In particular, oxygen delivery is critical to cellular metabolism. Every cell requires oxygen to produce ATP, adenosine triphase, the body's energy currency. Without efficient oxygen delivery, cells function poorly, leading to fatigue, reduced immunity, and mental decline. Enhanced circulation through breathing or light movement ensures that cells receive both oxygen and key nutrients like glucose, amino acids, vitamins, and minerals, allowing them to regenerate and repair efficiently. Good circulation also supports the vascular endothelium, the inner lining of blood vessels. This thin layer is crucial for maintaining vessel flexibility and preventing clots and inflammation. The daily habit highlighted in the speech promotes nitric oxide releasing molecule that relaxes blood vessels, keeps them elastic, and improves overall cardiovascular performance. Furthermore, better circulation boosts brain performance. The brain uses about 20% of the body's total oxygen supply, and poor blood flow has been linked to dementia, Alzheimer's, and other cognitive disorders. By practicing habits that increase circulation, you're also nourishing your brain and reducing the risk of neurodegenerative diseases, even in the limbs. Improved circulation helps prevent numbness, tingling, and painful cramps that are common with age. It also supports better immune system function, as white blood cells and antibodies rely on the bloodstream to reach infection sites and perform their roles. In summary, this one daily habit is a powerful way to keep the blood moving, keep cells nourished, and keep organs functioning at their best. Whether you're looking to support memory, heart health, or energy levels, improving circulation is the key. And it can be achieved without medication through a simple, consistent daily practice after the age of 60. The body's ability to detoxify and eliminate waste naturally begins to decline. One of the most critical but often ignored systems responsible for detoxification is the lymphatic system. This network of vessels, nodes, and fluids acts as the body's internal sanitation system, filtering out toxins, dead cells, pathogens, and waste products. When the lymphatic system becomes sluggish, something that commonly happens with aging. It creates an environment ripe for chronic inflammation, cellular damage, and even cancer formation. Fortunately, the one daily habit emphasized in the speech, it's deep breathing, light movement, or body stretching can dramatically stimulate lymphatic flow, assisting the body in flushing out harmful toxins and boosting immune protection. Unlike one of the most concerning aspects of aging for many people is the loss of memory and cognitive function. After 60, it's common to experience mild forgetfulness or slower mental processing. But this doesn't have to progress into serious conditions like dementia or Alzheimer's disease. The daily habit promoted in the speech, whether it's deep breathing, mindful movement, or oxygenation, has been shown to significantly improve brain function, enhance memory, and protect against cognitive decline. Memory is heavily dependent on blood flow, oxygen delivery, and neural connectivity. Unfortunately, as people age, blood vessels lose elasticity, circulation slows, and brain cells may not receive the vital nutrients and oxygen they need to function properly. This can lead to a gradual decline in cognitive abilities, including short-term memory, focus, attention span, and problem-solving skills. Engaging in a daily habit that stimulates oxygen flow and circulation has a direct and profound impact on the brain. Deep breathing, for example, increases the amount of oxygen that enters the lungs and subsequently gets carried to the brain via the bloodstream. When the brain receives adequate oxygen, neurons fire more effectively, leading to clearer thinking, better recall, and improved mood. Scientific studies show that practices like breathwork, yoga, tai chi, or even meditative walking activate the hippocampus and prefrontal cortex, the regions of the brain responsible for memory formation and executive function. Another reason this habit helps preserve memory is its ability to lower chronic stress, a major contributor to memory loss. When stress levels remain high, the body produces excess cortisol, which over time damages neurons and disrupts connections between brain cells. This impairs both memory formation and emotional regulation. By engaging in mindful breathing or light movement daily, seniors can reduce cortisol levels, improve sleep quality, and preserve the integrity of brain structures critical for learning and memory. Furthermore, this habit enhances the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, a protein that promotes the growth and repair of brain cells. Higher levels of BDNF are associated with sharper cognitive function and lower risk of neurodegenerative diseases. Consistent practice can also improve neuroplasticity. The brain's ability to reorganize and form new neural connections is essential for maintaining mental agility in later life. Even a short, daily session around 10 to 15 minutes of focused breathing, movement, or meditation has been shown to increase mental clarity, attention span, and verbal recall. Over time, these small improvements compound and offer long-term protection against decline. Anecdotal and clinical evidence both support the idea that seniors who engage in regular mindful practices tend to stay mentally sharp, emotionally stable, and socially engaged for much longer than their sedentary or stressed counterparts. In summary, this daily habit is a natural, drug-free way to sharpen memory, protect brain health, and slow cognitive aging. It empowers seniors to take charge of their mental well-being and preserve the independence and clarity that make life fulfilling after age 60. One of the most common and dangerous health challenges seniors face is high blood pressure. Hypertension, often called the silent killer. Hypertension rarely shows symptoms until serious damage has already occurred, such as heart attacks, strokes, kidney failure, or cognitive decline. However, the daily habit promoted in the speech, such as deep breathing, light exercise, or mindful oxygenation, has been shown to naturally lower blood pressure and provide lasting protection for heart health. As people age, arteries become less elastic, and the accumulation of plaque and inflammation leads to narrower blood vessels. This forces the heart to work harder to pump blood, which raises pressure inside the arteries. Chronic stress, poor circulation, and a sedentary lifestyle further compound the problem. Left unchecked, high blood pressure gradually damages the lining of blood vessels, contributes to atherosclerosis, and increases the risk of cardiovascular events. What many don't realize is that a simple, daily habit like deep, diaphragmatic breathing can help reverse this trend. When practiced regularly, deep breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, often called the rest and digest system. This reduces the production of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, which are known to constrict blood vessels and raise heart rate. As these hormones decrease, blood vessels relax and widen vasodilation, allowing blood to flow more freely and lowering overall pressure. In addition to breathwork, gentle movement or stretching, like walking, yoga, or tai chi, also encourages healthy vascular function. These activities improve the production of nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes the smooth muscles of the arteries, further promoting blood vessel flexibility and reducing resistance to blood flow. Unlike high-intensity workouts that might strain the aging heart, these light, consistent movements are safe for most seniors and effective for long-term blood pressure control. Another benefit of these practices is improved heart rate variability, HRV, which reflects how well the body adapts to stress. Higher HRV is associated with lower cardiovascular risk and better overall heart function. Daily habits that promote calmness and oxygenation improve HRV, giving the heart more resilience. 2 daily stressors. Scientific studies support these claims. Research has shown that breathing exercises for just 10 to 15 minutes a day can lead to significant reductions in systolic and diastolic blood pressure. In some cases, these effects rival those of medication without the side effects. For many seniors, consistent practice may even lead to a reduced dependency on blood pressure pills, as guided by their doctors. Furthermore, when blood pressure is under control, the entire cardiovascular system benefits. The risk of stroke, heart failure, kidney disease, and even vision loss decreases. The heart doesn't have to work as hard, which means less wear and tear on this vital organ. In summary, the 1 daily habit outlined in the speech offers a powerful, natural way to lower blood pressure and strengthen heart health after 60. It's safe, accessible, and effective, giving seniors a practical tool to protect their most vital organ and live longer, healthier lives. One of the most profound effects of the daily habit, recommended in the speech, whether it's deep breathing, slow movement, or mindful stillness, is its ability to activate the parasympathetic nervous system (PN). This system is responsible for the body's rest, digest, and repair functions, which are critical for healing, regeneration, and long-term health, especially after the age of 60. The human nervous system is divided into 2 major branches: the sympathetic nervous system (SNES), which is activated during stress or danger, the fight-or-flight mode, and the parasympathetic nervous system, which calms the body down and triggers internal recovery mechanisms. In today's fast-paced and often stressful world, especially among seniors who may face anxiety, loneliness, or chronic health issues, the SNS is frequently overactive, keeping the body in a state of prolonged tension, inflammation, and hormonal imbalance. When the PNS is activated, several important healing processes begin automatically. Heart rate slows down, blood pressure drops, digestion improves, cellular repair is enhanced, inflammation is reduced, immune response becomes more efficient. The daily habit discussed in the speech, likely involving intentional deep breathing, slow stretching, or meditative movement, helps shift the body from a stress response to a healing state. Deep breathing, in particular, is highly effective because it stimulates the vagus nerve, the main nerve of the parasympathetic system. This nerve connects the brain to many organs, including the heart, lungs, and gut. When it's stimulated regularly, the body is better able to manage stress, sleep more deeply, heal tissues, and fight off illness. This is especially important for people over 60, whose bodies naturally recover more slowly due to aging tissues and lower hormone production. By creating even a brief daily window where the parasympathetic system is engaged, seniors can optimize their body's ability to repair itself. It's like giving your body a tune-up every day, clearing out toxins, balancing hormones, and resetting biological rhythms. Additionally, when the PNS is active, mental clarity and emotional stability improve. Anxiety and depression, common among the elderly, are often linked to chronic sympathetic overactivation. A simple breathing or movement routine, done daily, calms the mind, enhances mood, and reduces feelings of overwhelm. Over time, this contributes to greater resilience, lower risk of neurodegenerative disease, and a stronger sense of well-being. Research supports this as well. Studies have shown that mind-body practices like yoga, tai chi, and breathwork increase parasympathetic activity, measured through markers like heart rate variability, HRV, and reduced cortisol levels. These changes are linked with better immune function, lower inflammation, improved sleep, and faster recovery from illness or surgery. In summary, by activating the parasympathetic nervous system daily, seniors tap into the body's built-in healing mode. It's a natural, drug-free way to restore balance, accelerate recovery, and support both physical and emotional health as we age. One of the most empowering truths about healthy aging is that small, consistent actions can lead to dramatic long-term benefits. The daily habit highlighted in the speech, whether it's deep breathing, mindful movement, or another simple wellness routine, can, in just 10